31 of the Playmaker Podcast. I'm Nikita Monroe Thomas.
I'm Reggie Coleman.
And our special guest today, the one,
the
only fan favorite, Lakeisha Sutton. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for being here today.
It's going to be a very interesting episode here.
Interesting and fun.
Very fun.
So we want to first thank you for this opportunity and thank you for having us at your beautiful spot. You guys will get some pictures and some video of that, but we just want to say thank you for the opportunity for having us come here in your spot, and we see what you're doing. And where did this vision come from of having this building and all the stuff that you want to do inside the building and stuff like that?
I want to say it started maybe like in 2013. I was always writing notes in my notebook. I traveled the world literally, so I get to see other establishments, other structures, infrastructures. And I knew that we didn't have anything like this in Mercer County, where it isn't just a gym, it isn't just a recording studio, but it can be whatever we make it to be. And so I started looking for the spot maybe a year ago, and there was no warehouses in Mercer County. There was literally one, but it was like 8 racks off top, and I was like, I don't want to jump off the porch crazy like that. And I think that it was all timing and God, because I was ready to be like, you know what, I'll go to another city and do it. And then about 2 months ago, the realtor hit me up, and I was like, ready to go. I already had my money saved, so everything was in time.
So you talk about having your money saved. What was that process like? Because, you know, a lot of people want to be entrepreneurs. They want to just hurry up and get it. They see, you know, they see the glitz and gleam on social media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how was that process of saying, all right, I had a dream in 2013 to see it come to fruition in 2019? How was that process?
I think it was all just planning. Like, you know, we sit in school, we take notes, we do classwork, we do homework, we get tests and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so I just put myself on a very strict plan. I was like, okay, I'm going to take my Globetrotter checks, save those, not cashing out, buying nothing crazy, nothing materialistic. And I just always had my goal in the back of my mind. So when I would see people taking trips, doing this, doing all these things, I was stacking my bank account. And so when the guy hit me up, you got to have a certain amount of money down, you got to have good credit, you got to have all type of stuff that I didn't know before, but I'm happy that I was able to go through the process, so now I can educate people if they want to, you know, do something similar.
I want to take it back to the beginning. How did Fan Favorite start? How did that name come about, and what made you keep pushing to make it what it is today?
I would say Fan Favorite started back when I was in high school, but my nickname was like Stat Sheet. It wasn't Fan Favorite then, but I think the essence of being authentically myself, being someone that, you know, I'm going to do it my way. I see what they doing, but I still want to do it this way, with or without a blueprint or a mentor. It was officially coined in college when I was trying to leave South Carolina, and my coaches was like, nah, you the fan favorite. Everyone likes to come watch you play. Your lines are the longest for autographs. That's your name. Janae and Fee actually started my social media, because if anybody know me in real life, I'm very like introverted and kind of private, but they was like, you need a social media, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah. And they made everything fan favorite, so I guess it just stuck.
Shout out to Fee and Janae.
Yeah.
They listen every week.
Yeah,
loyal listeners.
Shout out to them for real. So what does fan favorite mean?
Fan favorite, starting out, it used to represent like the underdog, and then I quickly had to change that connotation, because you hear about underdogs, but fan favorite could be whatever that person needs it to be. For me, it's just being a leader, it's being innovative, being authentic, being fearless, being confident, just really being a radical and not caring what he doing, she doing, they doing. Like, you're just in your own world. You're just in your own world.
What I know it's ups and downs being an entrepreneur. Even with this podcast, I was about to give up. I was by myself. Keita had one on her own. Yeah. And I'm like, I can't do this by myself. I don't know if she can. So
no, it's very difficult.
I hit her up. I was like, Keita, you trying to hop on with me?
I thought that was the dopest thing ever too. I was really excited when you guys collaborated.
Doing a podcast by yourself, shout out to people that can do it. It's very intense, because you have to have everything down like to a science, all your topics and everything like that. You can't really make a mistake in all actuality, because you don't have anybody to have your back. Like, I could say something wrong or be wrong about something. Reg may have the fact and he could come and back it up, or vice versa. So it's like a team. I'm like Steph Curry, he like Draymond. And
wow. I just told you earlier Draymond getting exposed, but we'll talk about that later.
Alright, we can be play then. But yeah, like how is building your team and having people on your circle that's for you, and how important is that being an entrepreneur?
I think that anything that people want to do as far as entrepreneurship, any new endeavors, you definitely need a team. And it's not, so I think people get it mistaken, like if you don't show up and support every single day, you're not on my team. But it's some, you know, people have real lives, they have bigger things that they're worried about, they're trying to handle. So I think it's, if you find people that, one, believe in your vision, and then you make your vision about them too, it's not just like me. I figured out a way to incorporate all of my friends where it's like, yeah, this is my vision, this is my dream, this is my platform, but you guys are talented as well, so you just jump on and just make it, you know, you add value to it. Right. And I think like when you think of how gold is made, you got to go down deep into the earth, you got to extract it, you got to mix different metals to make it really pop. And I think that I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my team.
So from being fan favorite to basketball fan favorite, how did you transition from being a basketball fan favorite to now this entrepreneur? All the things you do in the community. Y'all can go on her social media and see all the things that she do in the community.
Yeah, 6 years of work.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So how did that change from being a basketball fan favorite, doing everything on the court, to transition into the entrepreneur that you are today?
I think the basketball and entrepreneurship is kind of parallel. They're parallel. They mirror each other because I think you guys know more than just like I know. To play basketball, you have to be committed. You have to be on time. You got to be tough-minded. You have to practice your game. You have to watch film. There's so many different ways that you can elevate your game besides just going out there and throwing the ball up. And so with entrepreneurship, I kind of tell myself that I put myself through my own like master's program. I didn't go pay $100 million for a master's. I just really went out there and did the work. Like I read books, I wrote business plans, I actually visited different areas, and I just everything that I read about, I wrote about, I went out and did it. And I think a lot of people kind of get stuck into reading books, and they one book, the next book, and they never go out and actually experience it. So I think that being a basketball player, being competitive, being, you know, goal-oriented, that just translated over to my life as a CEO.
And it's exciting to see that you are living out, I guess, your dream. Because a lot of people talk about doing things a lot. Yeah. Especially in our area, in the world, and they don't live it out. They don't go out there and do what they want to do or aspire to do. And it's just amazing to see you doing it and making it happen and impacting youth, adults, just people worldwide. Your brand is worldwide. And it's amazing to see people tell you. A lot of people don't tell you, but as long as you know you're making a difference and you know that, that's all that really matters. Like, for me, I pray every night. I don't want to get too spiritual.
No, I ain't nothing wrong with being spiritual.
I pray. It's all good. I pray every night, and I say, as long as we impact one person a day or a week, we did our job. Correct. So I know you impact a lot more, and that's just inspiring to me. I'm sure to Keita as well. Exactly. I just wanted to say that before I cry.
Oh, no, I appreciate it. I definitely don't take it for granted because, like you said, when you spoke about you wanted to give up, and when I first seen it, I was like, oh, this is dope. Like, and I told Keita the same thing. I'm like, I don't watch sports all day, but I get to learn it through y'all podcast because I'd rather listen to y'all than watch ESPN all day. Right. Like, I'm busy. I don't have time to sit in front of a computer, but while I'm driving, if I'm doing something, I just throw on the Playmaker podcast and just kind of even seeing how y'all just started out separately, now y'all together and y'all on episode 31. Like, it's strength in numbers, yeah.
Yeah, to piggyback on what Reg said, doing a podcast by yourself is very difficult. I was doing a podcast, I was just tired of complaining about whatever I was complaining about. All right, bet I'm gonna do it. Bought the mic, everything, and then you do. I did the first episode. I'm like, man, I done recorded this. I did my first episode. I recorded it like 14 times. Like, I just couldn't. My voice sounded weird. I wasn't confident in the context of it. I wasn't confident in what I was saying. So I'm like, I bet I'm watching YouTube videos. Like you said, when you read and stuff like that, you really gotta engage, write notes down, and stuff like that. You gotta educate yourself because at the end of the day, a lot of people they're not out here trying to give you the blueprint because honestly, to keep it 100, it's their blueprint. Yeah. So they don't necessarily have to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people not really trying to give you that game of how it is to start a podcast, and especially to be on your own or have a partner like me and Reg is very difficult. In the sense of just trying to do it on your own and learn, and it's just like it's super hard. So how did you take all the stuff that you learned and put it into now what you have your own business and stuff like that? How did you take all the knowledge and stuff that you learned on your own? Like you said, you didn't go to school, you got a master's.
No master's.
How did you take all that?
Degree, no mentors, no financial backing, none of that.
Exactly. How did you do all that? Because like if people look at your story, make sure y'all read the book. I've known you for a very long time, and we came from the same mud together. You know what I'm saying? So from our backgrounds, our parents don't honestly know about financial literacy. How did you teach yourself?
Honestly, I would say everything is like God. I feel like when God gave me the vision, it was so clear. It was like, this is what you're going to do. This is how you're going to save your people, save your family, save yourself. Go do it. Like, it was so simple. I don't know if everyone out there is like spiritual or like visionaries, but it was so easy that all I had to do was just follow the plan. You know, through all the detours, the speed bumps, the people that came and went. It's just like I stayed committed. My team stayed committed, the ones that was really meant to be here for this type of journey where now we have our own building. Like, I gave my people a key. I'm not like, if I'm not here, you can't come in. Like, y'all been in the trenches, y'all been here, here's a key. That's my way of showing my appreciation for their time, because I wasn't paying people, you feel what I'm saying? And I made it clear at first, I was like, I can't put nobody in the payroll, but I do know every opportunity I get, y'all right there, if y'all want that opportunity.
Correct.
And now we're in a position where my people are able to be paid and pay themselves. So
exactly,
I'm proud of that. And then I think too, on the journey, I took a lot of, not so much losses financially, but there would be people that would see it and then come in and like, we'll have an event. And it just me, like, just staying focused. They grab all my merch and I look over like, I just paid money for that. And you taking it for free, not wearing it, not promote, like, you just trying to be in the picture right now.
I see.
There's people in France and in Bulgaria that wants to actually buy the merch. So I had to learn that lesson of like, everything that I have access to shouldn't be for everybody else. Second thing is I had people that came around and was like, it's like you guys are talking about your podcast. And you're like, yeah, we're going to go worldwide with it to France. People in the room going to be like, yo, I was in the room, you said we're going to France. I'm the president. I'm the co-founder. And it's really y'all. You feel what I'm saying? You just giving other people opportunity to be a part of that journey.
Correct.
And if they're on that journey and they learn some tips, some nuggets, and they go do their own thing, that's hats off to you guys for leaving a blueprint.
That's true.
But I had people coming in trying to like infiltrate the system, saying that they created my logo. Like, it was like weird, and I never talk about it because my lawyer told me not to. But again, I'm happy that I took those L's early, because if I was in my own building and letting anybody in here doing whatever, then I would just, it would all be for nothing. So
speaking of the book, it came out last year, a little over a year ago. How long did it take you to write it, and give a little, I guess, synopsis of what's in it?
Honestly, if someone told me not to ever admit this, but I just gotta keep it 100. I wrote the book in like 2016 when I was in Bulgaria. The reason why, you know, over there it's a whole different time zone, and the fans kept asking me the same questions over, like, where you from? How did you make it? How did you build your brand? And so one day I had nothing but time. I just wrote down every question off my Instagram and just started plugging in paragraphs. So then last year I met a lady named Trish Lee, who has like 11 books from Trenton, New Jersey. And I knew, again, research, I knew how to produce it myself through Amazon. But I was like, let me collaborate with somebody so they can, you know, feel equally as important and be a part of the project and not do it myself. So I already had the manuscript, gave to her. She didn't have to make no edits, no changes, no nothing. We just added the cover to it and we just put it out on my mom's birthday. But about the book, it just kind of talks about entrepreneurship, how to build a team, how to battle peer pressure and bullying, and just how to boss up without no excuses. Like, everybody wait for people to come and save them, and like, I want to help y'all. Like, truth is, people don't want to help, because then when they start helping, then you become competition, and you might take off further than them. And
they want to see you do good, but not better than them.
Not better than them. And it's tough. Just it's sad that it's like that, but that's just how it is. Because if you look at millionaires, and I've been able to be in rooms with millionaires, and just money is not even a thing to them, like, but they help each other, and that's how they become. Like, if I only got a couple $100,000, all right, boom, I'm gonna invest in you because you're gonna get your $1 million, and you're gonna go invest in that person, and that's how they move. But with us, it's like,
oh, you doing fan favorites?
I don't know, like, I'm gonna go start my own t-shirt, which is cool. Like, go start your own thing, but it's like, if you really don't know how to do it, then just do it with some shadow.
Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Don't be afraid to ask for help, and don't be afraid to show love. And I think that's what I'm most proud of, is because I know who showed love. I know who supported. It's all in my emails, my website. I could look at I know my biggest selling fan. Like, I know all my details. And I know, even without paying for merch, I know who support, repost, the little things that matter. But it's just like, without those people, I wouldn't be in this building today, because all that helped me save money. You know what I'm saying? Like, save money, the blueprint. And it's unfortunate, but a lot of people won't ever give credit until like people pass away. Mm-hmm. So that's why I put Nipsey on the wall. First thing you walk in, you see Nipsey, because where I did have a master's program or somebody from the town that's doing what I'm trying to do, nobody, hey, let me help you. Hey, let me look at what you have going on and let me plug in some resources. Mm-hmm. I listen to his music, follow his movement since like 2012, and that's just my homage to Nipsey. Like Nipsey taught me, honest to God.
He definitely lead a lot of Jews in his music and his interviews, and it's unfortunate that his passing, people had to get it. But
I was crushed.
A lot of people were,
crushed,
including me. I wasn't the biggest fan of Nipsey because I just wasn't up on his music, because I'm really not up on a lot of music because I'll be listening to a lot of podcasts. Because I'm just be trying to learn about finances. This is just where my vibe's been for like the last 5 years. I want to buy a house. There's a lot of things I want to accomplish with my finances.
We're going to do all that stuff.
Yeah, I haven't really been off music, but shout out to my boyfriend. He put me on Nipsey like a year ago before he passed. I'm like, this ain't even music. This like he preaching. Like he reading you. Like anything you going through, you can put a song on. Like, all right, bet I'm going through this. And Nip got a song for it. So it was just unfortunate that it had to be, his death had to come like this. But he left so much. And the legacy will always continue with him and his family. And I'm glad that you put this in here so people could see, and the conversation will always be talked about.
Yeah, and if people don't know
he made a difference. He made a difference.
What's your favorite Nip song? You listen to Nip?
See, let me tell you something real quick. And Keita, no.
Yeah.
I have favorite songs, right?
Uh-huh.
Probably don't know the name of them. Mm-hmm. And don't know the words, but that I like the song. I'm like, yo, other people be like singing the song, rapping the song. Yeah. I get a little jealous. I'm like, I can't even do that. Mm-hmm. So I got a lot of songs that I like from Nip and many other people, but I couldn't tell you like this song.
I think what was cool about him, besides his music that kind of spoke for itself, is like he wasn't afraid to show love to people. Like, whereas it get weird because you start out as peers and everyone wants to reach the top person, but they don't look left and right. Like my people about to be the next top people.
Exactly.
So I think that's what Nipsey did, and then he really. In the industry, because I'm in the entertainment industry as well, it's so fake. Like, everything is so fake. But he didn't be fake to get on nobody's album, nobody's magazine. Like, he stuck to his own lane. And he made a way for himself. Like, the world has heard about him because of his passing in his store. But Nip been out here for years. Like, 15 years.
Oh, yeah, moves. For sure. And they show old interviews of him. He always been that smart. And he always been that type of guy that want to support his community. And it's unfortunate that he passed in his own community, but he wouldn't have wanted no other way pertaining to he was never going to leave his community. He wanted the store there for a reason. And I know a lot of people be like, what? Why would you have a store in your community? That's just how he was. At the end of the day, he wanted to hire people in his neighborhood. He wanted to help people in his neighborhood. At the end of the day, that's all we want. We all want to help the people in our community. Not everybody, but the majority of us. Because at the end of the day, I tell people all the time, I don't do the podcast for the money. The money come, thank you. Yeah. But that's not, it is what it is. The money, don't let money be so blinded to your life. Because at the end of the day, you could go broke at any moment. And then who were you for the money? Mm-hmm. That's just unfortunate. But this is definitely dope.
I think it's going to be cool too, because even with the fan favorite club, we're in a position now where, like, my brothers, they both got 2 felonies, like, just awesome, like, childish stuff that they did, not knowing they were making mistakes. Correct. And so they can go get a job, but it's going to be the slummy jobs that have you in there from, like, 9 in the morning to, like, 12 at night, paying you nothing, $400. Yeah. So I'm, like, I'm in a position really to create economic empowerment, not just for my people, but somebody else that might be 10 minutes away that just can't find a job. Correct. You know what I'm saying? Like, minimum wage ain't that much anyway, but if you come in
$8.25,
that's crazy. Like, you gotta, I think we're in a position where, we'll do, basketball, soccer, performing arts, different things like that, but we can make this whatever we want to make it. You feel what I'm saying? We don't gotta go to New York, Philly, they're gonna come to us. And that's what I'm really proud of.
Yeah, I'm glad you made this building again, because people pass through Trent, go to Philly, like you said, New York, right Camden, everywhere else but Trent.
Exactly, yeah. That's
whether it's for anything, sports, entertainment, jobs, whatever. Mm-hmm. Like with this podcast, it's tough because we don't have that outlet like Philadelphia does or New York. They have a bunch of studios and whatnot.
Warehouse spaces and office spaces. Yeah. Won't let them go in there.
Right, and we talked before you even got it. You said, if y'all need it, I got a space for you, and I appreciate that. But we need more spaces like this to empower the youth, empower just people in general in our neighborhoods, because a lot of people in the hood didn't have this, like, a mentor, somebody to look up to, somebody to talk to when they need to. And you're that person. Hopefully, one will be that person soon.
Y'all that people already.
We trying.
Y'all good. Something light.
y'all good.
But yeah, I'm gonna keep saying that we appreciate this. But I want to go back. You traveled the world.
Mm-hmm.
What's one of the, I don't want to say the best, but one of the top places you played in or visited around the world? Not, you don't have to name one. You can name a couple.
Dang, you just put me on the spot. There's so many. If you're talking about like the city, like
or the culture or wherever you.
Oh well, my favorite place is Ecuador because I speak Spanish. A lot of people don't know, but I learned it in school.
Oh yeah, that's why I call you international. That's why I call you international fan. Yeah, that was the reason why I call her international. I'm like, what was the reason I call? Oh yeah, she speaks Spanish. And she traveled the world. Yeah.
I didn't need a translator in Ecuador. Like I was out there, like I was a mommy. Like I was just. But then it's like...
She said like a mom.
The other countries I played in, I needed a translator with me all the time. And I'm very independent. Like, if I want to go to a play by myself, I'm going. If I want to go to a seminar, I'm going. Like, I didn't have to have my American teammate. Like, you want to go? I'm out. I could get around. I could get back. And I think it's important because just being able to leave here and... you're going to meet so many different people, and like, you know, smiles are universal, energy is universal, but if you can talk to that person, that's a whole new fan base you just tap into. So I've always been big on separating myself from my peers.
So in the book, you talked about your mother. How important was she on this journey?
My mom definitely was like the first manager I guess I ever had, best assistant in the world. Takeaway being my mom, I spoke about this at the grand opening. She never said to me like, all right, you graduated college, you ain't make it to the WNBA, so go get a job, or like, you still keep going back overseas, or even when I turned down like 80 racks just to come do fan favorite, and then people was like, you wow, and like I would have took that bread, and I'm just like, I've done everything with basketball. I want to learn about business now. I want to be a freshman in the business world and just really build my way up. My mom never like pushed me to go get a job, like. She seen what I was doing. She believed in it. She supported it. When I wasn't here, she was packaging T-shirts, calling people, does it fit? You want to return it? Blah, blah, blah. Even here, she cleaned the bathroom. I'm like, Mom, you don't got to do this. We can
exactly
sweep the bathroom. But she just was so proud. Like, she's seen every single step as far as my 1,000 notebooks, the 1,000 people that come in and out of my life, you know what I'm saying? And the people that was here on Monday, so that was cool for her to see everybody, like a reunion. And I think, parents need to stop trying to force their kids to do what they want them to do, because they got their own talents and their own visions. It's so sad. It's so sad. Like, parents be wilding.
I have to say, I just did that recently, and I sat back a little bit. My brother is out there. People already know. He decided to play soccer, like, put his all into soccer. So he's not playing basketball anymore.
Little bro from Nottingham?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he told me, my parents told me, and I talked to him, I'm like, so what went into your decision and whatnot? And he told me he think he has more opportunities. And at first I'm like, nah, you should play both. You'll have more options. But as I thought about it, I'm like, this is his journey. This ain't our journey.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we want him to play basketball because it's more fun to watch for us, more so than soccer. But I'm like, bro, do whatever you want to do. Just make sure you don't live with no regrets.
Yep.
And he said, bro, I don't regret it. And I'm like, I support you. And that's all you can do. And it's crazy you said that just now, but he'll love that because he was like, tell fan favorite. I said, hi. I'm like, bro.
Oh yeah, I seen him at the YMCA. But no, I think that's important too, because like so many people, they want to make somebody else's life what theirs could have been. And it's like, your life is not over. You can still do something different, but don't try to make me fall into your box or
put your fear that you have with whatever felt in your life on me.
I see it all too often, and it's you can't stop it. But I think to the people that have these dreams and visions and passions, like, exist in your own head and just really zone out. Like, people are gonna get it once the world get it. Like, but you can't stop because nobody's acknowledging what you're trying to do. You just gotta keep your head down and keep it moving.
I think that has a lot to do with how social media is now. Because when I told Regis when we first started, I'm like, bro, like, I really expected more people to rock with me. It's me, like, it's me.
Oh, you gonna see?
That's what I'm like, bro, it's me. Like, I support, like,
everybody,
right now,
yeah.
I support people just off their strength because that's just me. Mm-hmm. You tell me you got something going on, bet if I can make it, I'm gonna make it. You selling shirts for your business? Bet I got you if I got it, bet. But I'm like, man, now that you trying to put yourself on a pedestal, or you trying to, I'm like, yo, this is very interesting to see, like, everybody not rocking with you. Like they thought was right. And it's not even purchasing anything. It's more so like, oh, I listened to the last episode. Dope. Mm-hmm. That's
something quick with chicken sandwich. Somebody dating who? Blah blah stuff that don't matter.
I see you posting about the shade room, but what, you know me. You know me.
I think a part of that is too. It's like it's hard for people to look at people they know in a like not even not even a bossed up way, but it's just like, oh, that's my boy, like. Take him serious. Yeah. But it's like when a celebrity retweets you or you get that call like, yo, I love y'all podcast, come pull up at midnight NCAA tournament. Y'all gonna be on TV. Everybody gonna be calling y'all, oh, where's the shirt? How can I buy a shirt? And it's not that you say, nah, I'm good. You say, okay, you can buy the shirt. Mm-hmm. But you know in the back of your head who being fake and who's genuine. Like that's the best part of the journey is like you know who's who. Like
and speaking of fake and genuine, how did You've been doing this for a minute. How do you maneuver that? Because at the end of the day, money got to be made. So you could really fake in my face, but you're going to buy stuff, okay. But how do you maneuver that?
Well, for me, my intention setting out was never like, if you don't buy my shirt, I don't deal with you. Like, it's buying my clothes is the last thing I'm thinking about. It's just like, if you can't be inspired to go be yourself and be true to who you are and live an honest life, then fan favorite not for you anyway, because that's what it represents. Like I could have easily gave away stuff super cheap or gave away super expensive. People's gonna buy it because they support me. But it's more like when people show you who they are, you just believe them. Like it's been plenty of times where I supported people that never returned the favor, but I didn't look at them and be like, I don't know who you are anymore. What's good? How you doing? Being cordial and keep it moving. But am I gonna invite them to my like? If I go win a Black Girls Rock Award, I'm at the Grammys or I'm doing something important, no, you won't be there. I see what you're saying. People that's been there will be at that on my +1 list. So I think about things like that. Like, you don't have to buy my stuff. You don't got to repost it. You don't got to do none of that. But actions mean more than anything. Like, because everything on social media is like, I ain't gonna like it because you already got 200 likes. I ain't gonna comment because my friends ain't comment yet. Like, it's weird. That's why I hate social media. Yeah. But stuff like this, where you can talk to somebody in person, you can pull up on them, like that means more to me than any who's showing love and who not. Like, I really don't care. I never did.
Yeah, social media is very interesting because it definitely paints a different type of picture of people.
It's fake. Everything is fake.
It's a highlight reel. Like,
yeah. But can you even post shit?
I stopped caring probably like 3 years ago about how many likes I get.
Oh,
because like it really don't matter. You show people what's going on and then get off your phone. It don't even matter.
Right.
You want to show people because you want to. If one person like it, if 1,000 people like it, it still don't really matter.
Don't let it consume
you. As long as you know you got real support from people you actually know, that's all that really matters. But we want to wrap it up. Couple more questions. So what's next for fan favorites?
What's next for me? Actually, we're going to have a internship program where middle school and high school students will be able to come in here, go through an interview process. Kind of, you have to get selected to be an intern. But we have different departments from the fashion, design, and merch to video productions and everything that Simone has going on. The business conversations as far as like booking, planning, touring, pretty much everything that I do in my day to day. Bringing people to learn that stuff now and give them early exposure. Aside from the internship program, we'll be having different events. Like this space literally will be open 24 hours. So it's just like, you don't have to go home at 8 o'clock. You don't have to go to Philly for 3 o'clock. And you know what I'm saying? Like you can call, set up an appointment, and if we have space, if it's available, it's for you because there's nothing going on around here. Aside from that, obviously I'm still globetrotting, so I'm actually about to go do some PR in London and Germany next week. And just, growing a brand and trying to pour into other people and help their brands.
Well, you definitely doing that. Letting us pull up on you.
That's why I said, I was like, you know what's so crazy? Like, I've been so, like, intentional about not doing interviews because people be asking me, but I'm like, you don't do no research. You ask me questions that's on Google. Like, not in, like, a cocky way, but it's just, like, I've really been waiting for somebody to really ask me questions to make me think. And so when I thought about it, I said, you know what? I'm going to just chill, get my spot open. My first interview, I want to be with y'all because I know y'all in real life. I see what y'all doing. I support y'all player podcast. Had you come to the camp in front of 40 kids and talk about it. They all downloaded it on their phones. But now I'm about to roll out mad content. So it's like, if you annoyed by my social media now, I think you should just unfollow me because
I think
we got a lot of stuff that's about to just drop.
I think they're gonna be a lot of you have fans all over the world.
Yeah. Oh, the documentary too is gonna be called "I Believe in Me."
And when is it dropping?
I can't say yet because I wanted to do it on my birthday, which is November 18th. But then I got a call that I'm going to London, so I can't.
Yeah, you don't
do
want to put
it.
too much on your plate. Yeah.
No, I won't, I'm not here, so
Yeah,
I can't do it. Yeah, I can't do
That's
it. But what we're doing is actually we're going to have kind of the same concept of augmented reality. So people pull up and they put their phone on the logo, then you can see parts of my documentary. So you got to come to the store. Literally the same concept. My boy told me. Same concept. Like, can't watch it on YouTube. YouTube ain't paying me enough. But if you really a supporter, if you really want to learn how to build a brand, boss up, come to the store and put your phone on the logo.
Wow, that's dope. That is crazy.
That's different, right?
Yeah, like she was saying though about her social media, I think, like you said, you're a private person. You only really post what people need to see pertaining to brand. I think they'll be very excited that you're posting.
Show my personality more.
Yeah, a little bit more.
I've been busy though. I ain't got time for shenanigans. Like people was like, you should do this challenge, and I see it, but I'm not focused on that right now. Now that I got my key, I can put my feet up. I'll make a bunch of challenges in here. I can do a bunch of stuff in here. But
I don't think I'm gonna do it.
I've always been. I'm gonna do a lot of challenges.
Not to spoil nothing for y'all. She's not doing no challenges. She's not rapping. She's not dancing. She bossing right now. But if you guys want me to do any challenges, you know, to slide on my DM and let me know.
We're gonna have a dance contest.
Oh, ain't no.
I'm gonna win.
She don't dance.
I have a dance instructor come and teach me how to dance. No, I'm just trying to make Reggie
money
now.
God.
But so seriously, besides the internship program, the documentary, the book, I'm actually about to do a HBCU book tour where I'm going to all like black colleges and it's completely free. I'm just trying to empower those kids and let them be a part of fan favorite or help them start their own business.
Hey, that's dope.
You doing?
Oh, that's what definitely.
Yeah, you bossing up. Where did that idea come from? Because that's dope.
For the book tour?
Yeah, but have it at HBCUs instead of, I know they booking you. You did the big colleges and stuff like that if you wanted to.
I think for me, when I think about like my influences, is besides Nipsey, is like Nina Simone, like, you know, just powerful black people like that. They come from where we come from, and I watch a lot of unsung, and you know, it's the same rags to riches stories, but they get taken advantage of because they don't understand intellectual property. So I know with this book, I can do a seminar at a college and sell it for $1. Like as long as they're buying it and getting information, that's 100 million people that just brought my book for $1. That makes me $100 million richer.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that I'm doing it for money, but I think that you can't put a price on information. And so again, if you can't come to the store and learn more about it, you can read this book. I will book giveaways. I read to some 4th graders yesterday. They actually want to turn my book into a children's book. So just trying to balance it all out, and that's why you gotta have a team.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of stuff to do. How do you mentally disconnect from that and just be Lakeisha? Because we're talking a fan favorite right now, the business mogul, all that. How do you disconnect and just be Lakeisha? Spending time with your family. Spending time with your family. Spending time with your nieces and your nephew, which I know you care about so much. How do you have that family time when you're a businesswoman? How do you have that balance?
I think that when you know what your goals are, everything else kind of falls behind that. And I think that who Lakeisha is who fan favorite is. It's just that people that are fans don't get access to Lakeisha's house or Lakeisha's private invite only party unless you are a part of Lakeisha's personal life. But I think that I have a good balance because I've never had to work a job, so it's not like I gotta go to work and I'm tired and I can't see my niece and nephew or hang out with my friends. It's just like every day I just do whatever I want. So I get to make my own schedule, and if I want to chill, I could chill. If I want to be businessy, CEO-ish, I can do that. And I think that people that's been watching me, that know me, they know that. Like, I literally have my own schedule, so.
That's dope.
I'm gonna knock on wood 'cause I never worked. I never plan on working ever. But
hey, I'm telling you,
like,
it ain't cracked up.
No, but I'm saying I just never
That's why you
forget.
always asking me questions about work.
I'm like,
never work.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, she'll be like, oh yeah, 40 hours, 13. I'm like, what's that a week? Like, talk to me in numbers. I don't know what that
I'll be like, it ain't enough.
I'll be like,
it ain't enough.
But no, that's the thing though, because I think the sucky part is when I do get an opportunity, like, Kyrie left me tickets to a game last year when he wasn't even playing. Or if I'm going to Cali, or if I get like people that book me, I hate saying book because that sounds whack as hell, but people that want me to come to like their area, they already know like who's your plus. They see the brand. It's a perception thing. So if I'm like, yo, Reg, Keita, y'all free? Y'all want to ride out? Let's go. Everybody be working, so I'll be like, damn, like I gotta really boss up even more, so I'll be like, how much is y'all paying you? All right, here, I'm gonna give you an advance. Just quit your job and just come follow me around, because that's what other people do. Like when they make it, they bring people on that prove their loyalty without money, because everybody want to come around and have their hand out, but it's like, what have you done? Like, why do you deserve this? Like, why? Like, what sweat equity do you have in it? Like, what sacrifices, what investments did you make? Like, you don't just show up and be like, you feel what I'm saying? Like that, especially if you don't have no skills to follow your money. Like, never a problem paying, but you gotta have a certain skill set.
That's true.
You feel what I'm saying? So.
Any last questions, Keita?
Nah, I'm good. I think we done covered everything we need to cover today.
Well,
I hope everybody.
Hey,
you can read the book. You could definitely read the book and figure out any questions that we didn't touch on.
Could we give a book away on y'all podcast? Like, I don't know how y'all would figure out who should win a book, but I think that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, we could do that.
Some type of giveaway.
I told you I'm not creative, but I can figure
some
something
type of giveaway would be
We
good.
can figure something out.
We'll definitely figure something out.
But yeah, we're going to do a book
Like I
giveaway.
said, if you guys want to pull up, do some episodes here. If I'm not here, get one of my team members and just knock it out.
Well, they probably know your Instagram, your social media, but give it out anyway.
It's at the Playmaker Podcast on
There it
everything.
is. There it is.
No, it's fan favorite 11 everything. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. I don't really snap like that, but
I think your fans would like you to snap. Yeah.
I'll be busy. I'm not gonna be as busy. I can say that when
I think your fans want a YouTube channel too. I just see all the stuff on I was looking at your social media. I was reading the comments. They want to see you more. That's just what I heard. But.
Yeah, no, a lot of people do want to see my face more. Yeah. But now that my victory lap is over, so I'm good. I got time.
We'll see, guys. Y'all heard it here first with fan favorites. This is episode 31 of the Playmaker Podcast.
Thank you again for joining us.
Thank you guys for allowing me to be on your historic podcast.
Historic. Okay.
Would have been cool if I could have been episode 11, but I ain't gonna complain.
Wow.
We wasn't even together yet.
We wasn't a team yet.
We
wasn't a team yet.
We'll take that.
But thank you for letting us come to your space. Just talking to you, learning a little more about you. Like Keita said.
Did you know about me already?
We don't know this.
Come on.
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
But thank you guys for listening. We'll see y'all next week. Thank you again, Keisha, for joining us. Keita, myself, Reggie. See y'all next week.
Peace.
What's up, family? Thank you guys for tuning in and the continued support. We also want to thank Keisha for speaking with us and sharing her story and her journey of being an entrepreneur. Next week, Keita and I will be talking about the NBA, the Power mid-season finale, and much more, so make sure you guys tune in. For all of our content, visit our website at www.theplaymakerpodcast.com and follow us on Instagram at The Playmaker Podcast, Twitter at The Playmaker Pod, and on Facebook as well at The Playmaker Podcast. And don't forget to subscribe to all of our platforms, whether that be YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. Once again, we thank you guys for the support. Until next time, peace.